Now I stand before you not only to share the ways this horrific crime has traumatized and continues to impact me, but also to share the way the judicial process has failed me over and over again. I have not only lived through unimaginable and life-altering trauma on April 3rd at the hands of the defendant, but was also robbed of my opportunity for justice by the state's actions. Instead of simply robbing me of my vehicle or robbing me of my belongings, the defendant also chose to hold me hostage and used this as an opportunity to repeatedly sexually assault me. Throughout the night, I begged the defendant to release me, telling him many times that he could just have my car if he let me go. And he chose not to. I gave him many opportunities to release me, but he made the conscious decision to hold me captive and to use me as a sex toy. During this time, he bound my hands and ankles and sexually assaulted me in many ways. I asked over and over again for him to just take my car and let me go, but he made the conscious decision to hold me captive and continue sexually assaulting me. After using me as a sex slave for hours, he lifted me up and threw me over his shoulder like a sack of potatoes and carried me to the ocean. With my hands and ankles tied, he threw me into the water and held me under with his full body weight, attempting to drown me. He called me stupid and said I was not the first girl he's done this to, and told me I should never trust anyone. He had no reservations about killing me and revealed a very callous side. At this moment, I was faced with a decision. I could do nothing and die, or I could try to fight back and hopefully survive. With nothing to lose and adrenaline coursing through my veins, I was able to break free of the restraints on my hands and ankles and began thrashing as much as possible and screaming for help. I repeatedly hit, kicked, and bit the defendant. We struggled for a while, with him continuing to hold my head beneath the water and try to drown me until he finally gave up. My mental health deteriorates every year around the anniversary of the event, making it impossible to fully move forward. Since the incident, I have been in therapy and on medication to manage my PTSD, depression, and anxiety symptoms. I now require antidepressants and anti-anxiety medication to manage the chronic depression, keep the suicidal thoughts away, and manage my panic attacks. The impact of this incident also extends to my family. My husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, was on the phone with me when I was initially kidnapped. He heard the defendant break into my car, he heard me scream, and he heard the line cut off and was not able to reach me after that. He now struggles with his own trauma from hearing his girlfriend get kidnapped, spending an entire evening searching for her, and organizing an island-wide search because he cared so much and was so worried about my safe return. We also had to attend couples counseling to address the strain that this put on our relationship. Every time I have mental health episodes related to this, my husband has to take care of me until it passes. This is not easy on him, as the worst episodes result in an inability to leave the house and even care for myself. I can only imagine the pain he goes through seeing someone he loves suffer so greatly. She then shared what she was told by the DA's office, which is that this was a probation deal and that the defendant would be released today, and the reason that I had supposedly agreed to this, according to the DA's office, was that I had never made an ID, and therefore the case was likely to get thrown out. This is a lie. I did make an ID. I did a lineup. I did identify. The defendant could have chosen not to commit any crimes that night. He did not have to steal a car. Even if he did steal my car, he could have just taken the car without robbing me. He could have taken my car and robbed me without holding me hostage in the vehicle. He could have held me hostage in the vehicle without repeatedly sexually assaulting me for hours he could have done all that and released me without first attempting to murder me and drown me in the ocean. And he could have, after all that, when he did release me, he could have done so without threatening to murder me and my loved ones. While I believe that it is not fair that the defendant, that Mr. Joseph, you have received a second chance, I really do hope that this awakens humanity in you, and that you feel guilt and remorse for all of the suffering you've caused me and my family. I really hope this is the wake-up call. You need to choose a better life. While I will have to live with this forever, you have a second chance. Please do not waste it. Please choose good from now on. I also hope that this serves as a warning to everybody of what it is really like to be a victim, and how this offender-friendly justice system prioritizes convictions over the well-being of us, the victims.